Please put your hands together for the very funny Wendy Wroblewski.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wendy. I'm going to do Asian comedy. Okay? It's just like regular comedy, but quieter. Okay? I don't have a strong connection to my race or my gender because I spend a lot of time alone in the woods, where race and gender are not a factor. I often forget that I'm a girl until I'm talking to a man and he's not listening to me. And I always forget that I'm Asian until an ugly white guy hits on me. I just say, dude, I'm part white. I can tell you're ugly. Okay? So try that shit on someone else. If I had to choose a race and gender to identify with, I would choose small rock. Small rock. A lot of time in the woods. I'm half Asian, half Polish. My sister is surprisingly also half Asian, half Polish. She married a half Asian, half Polish man. Really. Because our family doesn't believe in interracial dating. So it's been hard for me to find a match. I'm on that website, half Asian, half Polish.com, that I started, but so far just my sister and her husband are on it. And the dates have been awkward, really. I'm like, I don't think this is gonna work out. I just got a new phone. It's an iPhone 5S. I think to other people that's not a new phone. But a month ago I had an iPhone 3, so this is a big deal for me. Last year there was a period of time I didn't have a phone at all to save money. When you don't have a phone, you have to preface every question with, I don't have a phone. I'd be like, ma'am, I don't have a phone. What time is it? Or, sir, I don't have a phone. What are the symptoms of lupus? Okay. I feel achy today. Google that for me, please. There was a period of time I didn't have a smartphone or a GPS or ink in my printer. So if I wanted to go somewhere, I had to look up the directions online and then draw a map. I walk around the city, people ask me for directions all the time. I pull out a hand-drawn map. I unroll it like a scroll, and then I say, follow me to the treasure. I recently sold all of my jigsaw puzzles on eBay. Anybody else? Jigsaw puzzles? No? I sold all of my puzzles because I realized I'm not 7 years old or a grandma, and I have actual problems. Jigsaw puzzles are for people with no problems. Right? You are creating a problem to solve. If you're an adult and you do jigsaw puzzles, raise the difficulty level on your life a little bit. I feel like starting a 1,000-piece puzzle is like saying, I don't expect anything to happen in my life for the next 3 weeks. Right? I completed all the puzzles first. I just wanted to do the puzzles once before I shipped them away, so I put them together. I didn't take them apart. That's even more of a waste of time than putting it together. So I just folded it up, put it in the box. I wasn't trying to mess with the buyer, but in hindsight, it probably was a weird mindfuck for the buyer to open the box, and the puzzle is done. I probably shouldn't have glued it together either, but whatever, they'll deal with it. Your suspicions are correct. I did go to medical school for a little while. Just a little while. I dabbled in it just a little bit. I dropped out, or I got kicked out, depending on who you ask, you know. I don't recommend going to medical school for 2 years. That is not useful for anything. There is no job looking for that. I have to hide that off a resume. It looks bad. Like, I messed up somewhere. I had to drop out. It was a very dark time in my life. Anyway, they still send me my student loan bill every month, which I find hilarious. I open it up like, wow, they're sending this to me as if I won't be dead in 50 years. Just gonna ride it out and see what happens. Pretty sure I'm gonna be dead in the end. Not gonna pay it. I just send them back a photo of the deep field view of space. With a caption that says, none of this matters. Yep. They accepted that. And now we're existential pen pals. When I dropped out, I didn't tell my parents immediately because why would you do that? That's stupid, right? So when they came to visit me in my apartment, I still had to wake up at 8 a.m., put on my med school coat, my stethoscope, my knee hammer, my tuning fork, and my backpack and just leave the apartment and walk around the city for 3 hours in a med student costume. I got kicked out halfway through, but I stopped going like way before that, so. Who really won that battle, right? It's like, you can't kick me out. I don't even go here, so. I kicked you out of my life because you're a giant bummer. Except for the part where I cut up a human. That was pretty cool. I've cut a penis in half. Long ways. And short ways. So don't fuck with me. After that lady, watch out for her. She's like, After I dropped out, I worked in a deli making sandwiches. That's what you do when you drop out of medical school. In the interview, they were like, "Can you cut things in half?" I was like, "Got it." I was really good at this job of making sandwiches. People would come in and request me. There's like other people available to make sandwiches. They're like, "No, I'm gonna wait for her." That's embarrassing. I didn't want to be good at this job anymore. I was like, "That's it, messing up the sandwiches." Step 1, squish all the air out of the bread. 2, mustard on the outside. 3, cut it into 9 pieces. Customers still love the sandwiches. They're like, these are avant-garde. These sandwiches are iconoclastic. The customers were super annoying, especially like vegetarian customers. Would come in and ask me questions like, did that spoon touch meat? And I'd say, no, but I touched it. And I'm made of meat, so pick your battles, I don't know. Vegan customers would come in and be like, did any animal suffer in the making of this sandwich? And I'd say, just me. So you probably shouldn't eat it. What else, you guys? I've been buying a lot of lingerie lately. Lingerie. If you're not aware, lingerie is just useless underwear that you can't wear during the day. Right, ladies? I had regular underwear. I didn't have lingerie. I don't know. I'm trying to make more sex happen in my life. Right? It sounds a little desperate, but you know what they say. Dress for the job you want, so. I don't know. It's not working. I don't know. Trying to date a little bit. Dating is brutal. This is what dating is. You're like, these are my hopes and my dreams. And my naked body. You want to get a good angle when you present it. And then the other person's like, fuck off. And you're like, okay. You just go back up. And then you're like, what about the lingerie? I don't actually wear it. I just swing it around a little bit. I'm definitely doing dating wrong. Every single dude I've made out with hates my guts. They hate me. It's my fault. When it starts to unravel and fall apart, I just start roasting them like it's a Comedy Central roast. I pull a podium out. And I'm like, I'm sending you an invoice for the 10 orgasms you owe me. And then they're like, I hate you. During the school year, I tutor for extra money. I tutor math. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I'm trying to get more clients in my tutoring business because I had one client. So I decided to hang flyers around my neighborhood. A lot of tutors put their photo on the flyer, but I feel like it's weird to have my photo everywhere. But how else can I convey that I'm Asian? Just gonna use that Chinese menu font on it. I'm also gonna call it Mrs. Chong's Tutoring Service. Even though my last name is Wroblewski. Because that doesn't sound very smart, right? That's a Polish joke. All right, that's my time. Thank you.
Wendy Wroblewski, everybody. Give her a round of applause, please. Thank you. Keep